It's like,
Stop it!
and just do the show.
Quiet
Just do the
on
show
the
with
set.
fucking tissue stuff in my nose,
You
and
should.
then talk about the need for nose tampons.
Going live.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Labs and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. I love you, baby.
Hopefully I muted the
3
microphone for
years
that.
of this marriage, I tell you. It's
Wait,
Valentine's Day. I've
Oh,
got
no,
to profess
we
my
are
love.
Not married. You married some guy by the name of Jack Frost, you fucker. And that was a year and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
look at
this
that.
thing we call lunch. It's a wonderful, wonderful
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yes. See,
Yeah, about 3 years, yeah.
actually,
That's
we're,
an
we're
annulment,
coming
are
up
you?
on 3 years, and we're going to
That's
be
an
in
annulment.
Austin
Well,
celebrating it because our anniversary also happens to be St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to be in Austin celebrating St. Patrick's Day at South by South this year, and
and hopefully I'll be
it's going to be a
Healthy then.
spectacle, I tell you.
You're such a bitch.
It's going to be
and
interesting.
Hopefully my house is closed by then.
Yes, I hear there's good news on the front.
Yes,
Offer's been accepted, or offer's been...
Offer was accepted, but I mean, they still have to do like inspections and yell and complain.
Well, that's fine.
And
Oh,
try to
well,
negotiate.
fine, well, and good.
Yeah.
At least that's not... that's one
Yeah,
less
and
kink in
then-
the cog.
I'm hoping that during the show that I really don't have to go with the tissue version of nose tampons.
I'm
because
telling you, man,
really,
just
it-
take a couple and plug them up there, and just, if you want to fan them
Yeah,
out to make them look decorative, you can go ahead and do that as well.
paint them red a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe get some crayons out, or some colored Sharpies, add a little graphic animations to them. I don't know. I know. I love this shit, I tell you
All right,
what.
but for those times of the year where your nose is just draining and draining and draining, yes.
Yes, and for those of you who just figuring it out, Jack has been suffering from the flu. That's why we didn't have a show this
Yeah.
past Friday. And I'm sure he would
Yeah.
have appreciated taking Monday and Tuesday and probably today
I need
off.
it.
But
I need a second shower already today. So
but anyway, moving right along. The clock ticks on. 41 days till launch here in Shroud of the Avatar. And all sorts of
it would have been
interesting
really
things.
funny had Bear spelled that as 41 days till lunch.
To lunch. That would
have been funnier. Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, but all sorts of news out there, all sorts of topics of discussion, and I was just talking.
QA servers up.
QA came up last night. Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
that. The early release draft notes have been posted.
Yeah, there really does not seem as much of an update as last month's.
Well, again, very early.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of spoiled by last month's in
And
the past few months.
Again, they're not even to lockdown. Lockdown's not till tomorrow, which technically, doesn't always happen on the Thursday before. Sometimes it's a Friday, so sometimes Chris is in
sometimes
the.
it's the Wednesday right before release.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, we tried to slide that in last night during the last official build, and there'll be a patch in about an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen that before. But
Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yes.
But yes, early release notes, and I think there'll be plenty more to come out as Star fills in the blanks, as it may be. Some new stuff coming in. I logged in just to take a peek last night, and really couldn't see anything out of the norm. The one thing that I see that's in, which is the dates on vendors, was pretty interesting, and I think that's going to make for a world of difference for people shopping.
What is it?
Like how long items have been on a vendor.
Yes.
How long now?
So you can go actually look at a vendor and see when everything was posted, what day or what month, depends on how far back it was. If it was recent, it'll give you the last few days. If it was, January of last year, it'll tell you it was January of last year. Very interesting.
That an item was put up for sale.
Yes, and you'll be surprised how many items on vendors out there have been on these vendors. No, probably won't be. I think that's one of the things that everybody realizes, that many of the vendors out there in the world are still full of useless junk or stuff that's just going to sit there listed. What's that?
Hey.
Is that
Talk about my vendor. Don't talk about my vendor like that.
why? Is your vendor full of useless junk?
It's all useful to someone else.
Yours is.
Hey,
Yeah.
my stuff ain't junk.
Mine's full
You-
of
you-
useless.
your
useless
stuff
things.
is
You know what? Because honestly, I really don't have much of a use for teleports and recall scrolls. So the fact that I'm selling them,
I don't know. I have plenty of use for them because I'm constantly running around to the multitudes of vendors that we have out there restocking. I don't know.
I still need my farmer to provide me with some mandrake and nightshade.
Yeah, well,
And I need to go buy a ton more.
I've got probably the
Black
most
Pearl.
reliable supply lines in the game, so
Hi,
I
Mom.
don't
How's
want
it
to hear
going?
about you. Hi, Mom. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, it's not my fault you use faulty pulp.
And go
Your
ahead.
reagents are good.
Bash your
Yeah,
guild
yeah,
members.
faulty
Bash
pulp.
your guild members. Go ahead.
It's all,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Bash
It's all
your
good.
partner. That's it. Yeah, I know. He don't care.
You like it. You like it.
Kill it.
I love it, baby. I love it. Make it hurt.
Yeah.
But yes,
Hey, you saw my Facebook post for today, right?
I did not. I was having too much fun on the forums this morning. And again, lots of stuff. I was talking with Psycho Spleen before the show, and he's like, hey, Laz, have you seen the latest on Reddit? And I was like, nah, man, Reddit's almost as bad as CNN is. And then, of course, I had to put it in computerese. So I said, well, okay, comparatively almost as, if not worse than Steam. I just don't get why people continue to put out crap on stuff that they just, they don't know. So there was another topic that started out today, and of course the topic was a solid topic, but the original poster goes on to say, and he changed his topic on, changed it after I questioned how many missing scenes there were, and he says, well, uncloned scenes. And I says, well, how many uncloned scenes are there? Well, I don't know. Well, but okay, so then why are you out there telling people there's tons of these when you don't know? Well, that's my opinion. I respect your opinion, but don't go spouting an opinion when you don't have facts to prove them or back them up. That's all I'm saying.
That goes against the internet.
Could be.
Yeah,
That goes against the internet credo of
Facts.
just randomly saying shit.
Just the
no,
facts,
there's
man.
there's no such thing as a fact.
That's right. Facts.
There's no
People
such
don't
thing as
check
a
facts.
And the truth is completely
Not even
subjective.
alternate facts. Come on, man.
Hey,
No,
you know,
just by saying it, it becomes fact.
that's right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
say it.
Owen.
You
That's
say it
right.
3 times.
Yeah.
Say it.
Well, I
Boy.
respect the user's opinion, and I expect somebody's, I don't like this for X, Y, Z. I don't like the combat system. I'm very vocal about it, and I have my reasons. But saying that it sucks or it's missing things because you just say that and it's your opinion doesn't make it true. Another one out there, another hot topic I want to touch on was the bonuses. Now, Jack, how much of a bonus do you get for being in multiplayer, and how much of a bonus do you get for being flag PvP, and how much does it cumulatively come to? Do you know that off the top?
So if you're collecting XP and you're flag PvP in a group and
No,
I
just
think that was
straight up,
supposed to be-
not in a group.
Yeah. Oh, not much.
Okay, well, apparently it's still confusing a lot of people, so I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still in the game. I mean, I really have no idea.
Yes,
I-
it's still there, and
Yeah.
again, I
But,
remember
mean,
when.
it's like-
I don't think it's much.
yeah,
Well, it used to be
I-
for testing purposes. Crow, you got something for us there? You got the
Well,
information?
I did that for the longest period of time. I would flag myself, and then I would go into like Elysium Mines or the mines, and I would solo there for the extra XP. It wasn't really worth much, and it definitely wasn't worth the cost that came with it when I stepped outside Elysium Mine and got ganked by 4 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Risk
Well,
versus reward is not
that's the risk
quite
you take,
worth
anyway.
it.
Um,
not
yes.
worth
Omen, were you streaming that while you were doing that?
No, I was not.
Just-
No,
Now-
they were not aware that I was there.
Okay, yeah.
Now, before we get any deeper, real quick, PvP. I was sitting here the other night, and a PvPer shows up in front of me on the lot and says, "Boy, I miss Felucia." And I was like, "Oh, tell me about it." And so he goes into, how that, PvPers here are a bunch of, groupies who only fight each other and do this and do that. And I says, "Well, I know there's some cliques out there, and everybody knows that, and it's pretty consensual. But," I says, "well, why don't you do what you did in Felucia?" I said, "Why don't you go sit in some market town, some
Go camp
town that
a gate.
and go sit by the entrance of a town where you know that people are going to be coming in and people are going to come do whatever, and sit there and hide and wait for your prey." And he said, "I never thought about that." And I says, "Well, duh. Isn't that what you all did back in the day? You sat outside the perimeter of the city guards waiting for your prey. Well, what makes this any
Yeah.
different?" I don't get why they complain about not having PvP when they're not. They're not.
Well,
I don't know. I just
The
don't
issue
get
is because the server population is not yet substantial
than-
enough to
Yeah.
allow for that to happen. So as soon as we end up with tens of thousands of active connections, you'll always have that complaint. It's kind of like
Otherwise, you'd be sitting there for a while for your prey.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
but
didn't
like,
always
if-
sit there
if
and
you-
get prey in the original UO every 2 minutes. Sometimes you had to sit there,
Oh,
and,
yeah, that was different.
and of course, that's why the PvPers hung out together. So they had some
You
damn
could tag
company
anybody
to
you
talk
wanted,
while they were
though,
waiting for some newbie to come by to gank. I mean,
You could
hey,
attack anybody
just because
wanted.
you enjoy sitting at moon gates. Yep.
So I don't see what's different here. I mean, why don't you sit at the docks down at the Britannia, Central Brittany?
You could attack anybody. That's what's different.
Well, that was a difference, but again,
Don't have to wait long. Oh, that's the difference.
moving right along. Jack,
Hi, Marguerite.
Marguerite,
What?
what do we got on tap for today? Which direction are we going at? Since I've already derailed the train this morning.
Well, you're just going to go off on random threads, so I figured I'd pick the most random thread there is.
Okay, pick.
Okay. It's that one that's on my screen right now.
Well, I'm not psychic.
Oh, stand-up corner.
Look at this. Look at the screen, for God's sakes. You don't have to be psychic.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a little tough. I'm in Florida. He's in Texas. You know, yeah. I'm just gonna peek.
You also have to
Hold
remember,
on.
we don't watch each other's streams.
Maybe you ought to start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no.
suck up more bandwidth while we're trying to stream live. Yeah,
Like,
you really
so-
understand.
across the street. I'm looking at Jack's.
Yeah,
That's right. Just don't cross the streams. That's right.
Yeah, thank you for that, Skirta.
Okay, I'm looking at Jack's stream.
Unless we're sword fighting, then it's okay, right? Let's, okay, so don't forget stand-up corners where they just say, "Yeah, I worked on this yesterday. I'm working on this today." Something random gets written down and eventually gets posted to the interwebs. So we have
Page
the art department
59,
with Bob.
Cult of Bob.
Working on the Bobservatory.
The Bobservatory.
He's
Gotta love
observing
that
himself.
name. The Bobservatory.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna actually name it that in the game.
No, they're not.
They should.
The Damon.
Damon Roger.
He's working on some trap visual effects. Fletcher. He's making a certain Deco Diva extremely happy with making sure that the nipples have plenty of room to breathe with
Right.
with the formal jacket clipping.
Free the nips.
The nipple.
Free
free
the
nipples.
nips.
Tokyo, come in, Tokyo.
Fletcher's been supporting the Free the Nipple campaign with the clothing choices and clipping on the new clothing, and also working on new player vendors. The Ugly Fist is working on unique NPC heads and screenshots. Lum, or actually that's Scotty. That's not Lum. That's Scotty.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're way off there. Scotty
And then-
Jones, the storyteller.
I'm tired. My head is a little cloudy and
And leaky and
yeah, and leaky and it's like he's working on physical goods support. Over in design, you have Beezus
the bees. The Beesinator.
working on patterns
The
and
Beezus.
vendors.
Woohoo! Skeggy Media.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
See-
sub, buddy. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
Yay.
And that's right. Don't forget, folks,
5
you've got
months in a
those
row. 5
Amazon Prime accounts and you've got a free sub. We'd appreciate you using it here on NBNN. Don't cost you nothing. And, of course, don't forget, if you've subbed last month, you got to sub every month. And we'll keep giving you reminders about that.
If we remember. But Seawolf was working on the South Midmere Way spawning and the map review. Damien, not being a nice guy while he works on assassin quests
I want to kill.
because it's time to join the Order of Assassins. I wonder what the Order of Assassins is going to look like in Shroud of the Avatar.
It's a good question. Is waiting for in House of Omen. Omen Crow. Thank you, buddy, for that sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming.
Yep.
Every little bit keeps us on the air, bringing you the latest news in Shroud of the Avatar.
Yep. And then Dan the Man
Damn, the man Brennan.
working with the South Midmere Way and Lost Vale and the map review. Sanyo working on Truth Legs and the Lost Vale conversations. Lum the Mad might be naming some NPCs.
He's working
Sorcerer
hard.
Steve taking all the NPC names that the backers of the game have selected and done weird things with it.
Yes.
Sorcerer Steve working on the South
That
Fetid Swamp
reminds me.
spawning
I got to
map review.
message him. I got to get my hot tub.
Yeah, I still have to message Barrick about my SodaCon thingy prize I won, whatever it was.
Yeah, my goodness. That
energy
was
board.
ages ago.
Yeah. The Energy Vortex, List Rostov working on Lost Vale and map review, and Blood Bay.
Blood Bay.
Yeah. Then over in tech, we have Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
He's working on the Party Loot Rules and Lost Vale.
Some interesting stuff there we'll have to talk about.
What, the Lost Vale or the Party Loot Rules?
Both.
What you're talking
More-
about?
more loot
I've only
rules
got
than-
I've only got it on this tab over here. Now I got to figure out what tab was I at. Yeah, that one.
Uh-huh.
Eric working on the AI vendor behavior. JY working on mailbox performance. Maybe have a 10
Real
items.
mailbox? Real mailbox?
Yeah. And Juby, morning, sunshine, morning. Glad you could wake up. And
Yes,
party
welcome.
properties and social issues and secret Valentine's tasks.
Secret
Because you know what? Today's Valentine's Day.
task. That's right. Didn't
Yeah,
we say that at the
yeah.
top of the show?
I know. It's like, but
Who are you kissing?
where's my box of chocolates, man?
I got your box of chocolates.
And my flowers.
Didn't you see? It was the chocolate covered. Yeah, I sent you pictures of it.
Fucking married couples, man. I don't know.
I saw what Julian sent me. When Bay asked what she's getting for Valentine's Day.
Chocolate covered dildo? What?
I don't know. Scroll up.
Scroll up.
The Deathbringer.
How'd you
The
just know?
Deathbringer, one and only, trying to figure out performance. Whereas the Burning Toad
The burn.
is working on Findora's Tablet of Finding.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you'll be able to eventually use that tablet and just type in a person's name and it will tell you where they're at. In cache testing. In bugs.
Bug.
You type in the Lost Vale.
And The Rock.
The rock.
He's watching
Corey.
out for address validations and scope creep. Because you know what? Yeah.
Address
It's like that map
validation. Again, get those addresses updated, people. This is taking quite a bit of time, apparently. And,
I still haven't done it.
yeah, well, no shh. The sooner you get it done, the sooner they move on to other work. This thing's taking forever because people ain't validating, for crying out loud. The more we can get people to validate and get this process done, the quicker we can get them moving on to
That's
other
not
stuff.
Oh, who
Yeah.
works right? Yeah, I didn't see that.
Hey, last, do I know where I'm going to live next week? No.
You're going to have it sent to the farm anyway, so what the hell's your problem? Don't even go there. Hush. Slap, slap,
I'm not
slap,
sending
slap.
that stuff to the farm. Screw that.
You can send it to me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll hold it
It's
for
going
you.
straight to Skirtis.
Whoa,
Send it care of
Yeah.
Laz. That's right.
not a problem.
Yeah. Tesla is working on user data tech. Studio services, we have Andrea working on forums and Travian support and sanity testing. Barrick working on community and meetings in QA forums in South by Southwest prep and launch prep in Travian support and post-release 51 post-mortem prep.
Avian.
Seraphina's working on customer service and community meetings in Jira's. Yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready for useless overhead?
Oh, always ready for the useless overhead group.
Action.
I mean, why
Okay.
wouldn't I be ready for the useless overhead group?
I don't know. Dippy Bird.
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Get some sleep.
Working on a leads meeting and virtual machine setup and performance and documentation.
An email to yourself.
Hutch is working on leads meetings and bugs
Bug.
and Travian support. Lord British working on the Jira updates and meetings. NFG Scott working on metrics dashboards. The Dork Star is working on general business and leads meeting and telethon prep and release 51 posts and Jira triage and release 52 schedule and event prep and community meetings and partner user messaging and
Just
And
then what else are you working on?
and
then
finally Stefan's working on website meetings and leads meeting and Travian QA discussion, and that's what everybody's working on today. Yay.
yesterday.
Entertaining, right? Yesterday. Yesterday. Because today's hasn't been posted yet.
That's right.
And that's why we read yesterday's.
It's, Gixie's hard working on some of those animations, and again,
Wait,
all
Gix is working on animations?
oh man, well, somebody's working on animations because I tell you what, when I saw a couple new dances out there for some certain pets, I was pretty surprised, and I got a couple good giggles, and that's all I can tell you till we show them to you live here next Thursday. But
remember, QA server is now open to everybody, so you can talk about it.
I know we
There's
can
no,
talk
like-
about it, but I can't show it to them. I just said that. I'm talking about it, and I'm telling them I can't show them till next
You're
Thursday.
not telling us about it.
You're getting Led Zepp syndrome over here, man. I'm telling you.
Link it to Discord.
We can't do that either.
Tell us what
Our
it is.
channel's private.
No, it's not.
Get in here.
Was it a pig? Was it a dog? What did
It doesn't
do?
matter. You can't see the dance in a picture.
Tell us. Tell us stories.
I'm telling you that there's new pet dances. That's what I'm telling you. What part of this do you not understand? I don't know.
Wait, Marguerite, were you hiding?
No, she's been standing there the whole time. Where you been?
Well, I think she just magically appeared with the
Nope.
She was on the
with
road.
the doesn't like what she smells. Oh.
It's not chocolate. What?
Chocolate covered corn. It's not chocolate. No.
Did you taste it?
No. The thing we didn't step in it.
Yes. Some things mentioned in the stand-up corner. Of course, the vendor changes are going to be nice. The let the nipples loose. Of course, that's just a issue. Of course, great shot by Eclipse Maiden there. I believe that was Eclipse, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Who put that one out there?
What are you talking about?
She bug reported some of the new
Clipping
tapestry
issues.
items,
Yes.
and on the women, it would clip right through the nipples.
Yeah,
so,
just let the nipples loose. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's the Dev inspired Free the Nipple campaign. That's what it is. And so,
But yes, several things again. The address updates in the updates of the avatar that is going to be coming out with these release notes. Seems like packer shipping and several of these other items for the physical goods, of course, are getting time consuming. And of course, anything we can do to help them along, like getting those backers, getting that word to get those addresses updated so they can finish that, should be a help at least. That's all I'm
Hey.
saying. Is
you know what Chris has to say?
I do know what Chris has to say, and Chris has been in
He
there
says,
making all sorts of changes, and of course that'll be in today's release
What are you
build on
talking
the
about?
QA.
You're talking about like QA server and testing the new masteries, aka proficiencies, or whatever the hell it's going to be called.
Well, there's another whole
But you know
topic
what?
on that I wanted to get into later, but we can go there now if you
but
want.
somebody said that they forgot to check in into the trainers for proficiencies, and that they will be there later tonight on the QA build. And he's currently working on a few
Oops.
bugs negatively impacting proficiencies and putting the finishing touches on taming and other new options. So yeah, QA server.
Now, proficiencies again. There's several thoughts. There's actually a thread out there, and proficiency, mastery, expertise, badassism, whatever they're calling it. And of course, it's got an official title supposedly right now. But
It's proficiencies.
with the discussion going on out there in the forums, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets changed yet again. That's all I'm going to say. And of course, if you want to get in on that conversation's out on the forums. You can join in. Again, you and I had this discussion the other day. We just got rid of proficiency, and proficiency levels, and then we're going to go around and confuse everybody again by reinstalling.
What?
I was enjoying the fact that Econdas and Marguerite were doing synchronized.
They were
squat thrusts.
synchronized. I know they were doing synchronized squats there. I had them on screen, and I finally
It was all
actually
good until Gix decided to stand up.
I got
hell's he
all
wearing?
6
What the
of
hell's
my
he wearing?
merit fitness emotes now. So start looking for the excess ones to start going on sale on my vendor right out here out front. And
What? Shroud Marketplace? What?
no, the vendor right here, NBNN
Shroud-
Studios
Shroud-
vendor.
Shroud Marketplace? Even
Why?
better.
Is it the fee isn't going to be worth selling that online for cash? I'm sorry. Yeah, 3,000 gold just ain't worth the exchange rate in cash as far as I'm concerned.
Why are you only charging 3,000 gold for those?
Because I can buy them for 3,500. So what should I do? Charge 3,500 for something somebody can go buy for 3,500? That don't make sense. I sell them
No,
for $3,000,
if-
and people buy them quicker. Doesn't that make sense? It doesn't cost me nothing. That's $3,000 in my pocket. Man, I don't know what kind of business you're running, but
I don't know which kind of business you're running.
I take something for free. I sell it for 500 on the market. I sell it quick. I put cash in my pocket. That's my business model. Your business model would be what? Sell it for what market value is and wait for everybody to come to you because they didn't want to travel someplace? No, that doesn't make sense.
Nope.
That don't make
My
sense.
business model is sell it for what it's worth,
Yeah, well.
which
if
is
I-
purely subjective.
Yes, well, no, it's not purely subjective. So you can get an obsidian potion off the vendor for 3,500 in game. It's not subjective. Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
You're killing me.
Anyway, potions gonna be on that vendor right there. You can come on down and get them. They're not there yet, but I've got them on me. So if you want to come on down while we're live, I'll sell them to you for 2,900.
Hey, it's not time for commercials.
Hey, again, you're gonna have
And the
to
swap
understand.
thrusts are no longer synced. I mean, it's making me sad.
Well, I don't know. They're all out of. I don't know. The guys are looking at each other's butts over there, so I don't know. Scrota's taking it all in.
And the real question is,
He's staring. Quit staring.
when Marguerite farts, who's going to be the first to notice?
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
And Econdas is shorter, but Gix is closer. Hey, so which one is going to smell it
I don't
first?
know. I want to claim Shroud
Oh,
math.
Scrota.
I want to claim
Scrota, I
Shroud
think.
math. You just never know.
Nose in there.
The local wind currents with Shroud math divided by,
The square root of...
Yeah. and it's Valentine's Day, so you gotta assume there's some rose scents in the air. I don't know.
She took the pill that makes her fart smell like roses.
It's
Yeah, I
poopery.
was just gonna say that.
You get a little poopery down there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Laz
moving
smells like
right along.
cornstarch. Laz got cornstarch farts.
Hey, Mr. Methane.
Where
that's
the
it.
hell-
Party loot rules. Let's talk a little bit about that and upcoming changes in the next
Yeah,
release.
what's going on with that?
Yes, Well, we don't know too much about it. What I do know is that loot rules are going to change, and your party leader is going to be the person in charge of those loot rules. What? Yeah.
What the hell?
So I'm going to assume that for the most part, the party would agree on what rules they want to use before they all get together and start doing their adventuring. But there is going to be loot rules applied, and you will be able to choose what those rules of looting are.
Well, let's see. It would be nice if in this document for the release 51 notes, if it added an entire section on what the loot rules actually are. It would be nice.
Well, again, it's a very, very early rough draft of what's coming for release next week. So I wouldn't expect all that to be updated.
That promotes loot whores. That's what that does. Loot whore promotion.
I'm a loot whore. Laz is a loot whore.
That's why
so
we
it's a
hunt
matter when we're
alone.
party together.
Yeah, I don't see a need for that, but alright, whatever.
Because I need it all. It is all mine. It is a need.
Want it all, and I want
I guess that's items.
And if you like that, you can go to shroudmarketplace.com and buy whatever it is you want. You get it all right now. But yes, new loot rules will be coming in, and we don't have much detail on that. The only thing we do know is that there will be several options of how loot is divided amongst the party members, and this should make group hunting a little bit more
60-40.
feasible.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't know at this point what the loot rules
That
actually
would be
are.
great if
so-
you can actually, set percentages. If you got a group, you can truly become a pirate at that point. You can say, hey, we got a band of pirates, and you get X share, you get X share, you get X share, you get X share.
Yes.
Since I'm the pirate captain, I get my share first.
Promotes
You
division.
get your share of the booty
Promoting
first.
division here.
See, it's one for me.
It'd be
One
nice
for
to say
me,
that
one for
the
Zach,
archer
one
gets
for
all the
me.
arrows and all the loot, so that they automatically go to the
Uh,
archer. That would be nice, but
Dude,
I don't
that's
know.
probably only for high-end loot.
Again,
Yeah,
we
what-
just
what
know
about
it's
the
coming.
reagents?
That's all I can tell you, because we don't know much more, because that's all they tell us
We
about
have
it.
no idea. We're completely talking out of our ass right now because
Yep.
we would have to go experience this on the QA server, and everybody can go download the QA client right now and
Yep.
test it out themselves.
No, you can't.
Figure out
I
what they-
don't know if they're actually. I didn't even try that, to tell you the truth.
What?
So I shouldn't say you can't. I was gonna say something that you can't do, but I don't know that because I didn't get a chance to test it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I went to go check on the vendors yesterday, and I didn't see any way to modify, change, or play with, find anything new in the bank on the vendor front, which I'm really looking forward to, because I'd like to be able to change the visuals, as I'm sure many, many people out there are looking forward to. And I wanted to play with the new cash register that was announced out there, and of course, I did not find that as of yet, or could not find any way to interface with the interface. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's probably not there yet.
You don't have the right slot.
I don't have the right
Yep.
slot. Yes. And what else was up there? There was another one. Oh yeah, the
What are you
Lost
talking?
Veil is still lost.
You haven't been able to find it yet?
I didn't go looking. Of
Well,
course,
I mean, that you would actually have to find the what the actual celestial alignment is related to the opening of it. And
well,
how
that would be
frequently
one,
that
and
is
of
going to
course,
be.
then you would actually have to know where on the map to go look for the entrance. So two things.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have already found it because there are a few bug reports on.
You know what? The great thing is, it's going to be when there's a total eclipse of the heart, and which will never happen. Yeah.
I don't know
That's all.
about that.
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
You don't know about anything because it's all gone.
Moving.
Okay,
on.
so still have some questions that we
Yeah,
can
Juby
answer.
wants me to demonstrate the dances. It's a little behind. I'm getting a little behind there, but no, I'm not going to demonstrate the dance because trying to demonstrate a spider with egg legs dancing just doesn't work. Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
We have faith in you. Go ahead, try it.
No, thank you. Questions. Ooh, you want to do a couple questions?
Oh wait, little problem there.
But you lost that tab too?
Yeah, I did. Fuck me.
Dylan.
He's lost. Yeah, see,
Where did I
I
put it?
didn't I didn't lose it between last night and tonight, so
Okay,
there you go.
there it is.
And
Okay, so,
and we were down
um,
to, I believe you were reading Elgarian.
Elgarian.
Yes.
Can you please explain how looting, pickpocketing players works now, and especially in regards to a large stack of items? Let's say the person has a single piece of ore next to a stack of 500 ore in their inventory. Choosing ransomed items now only indicates the first item of a type in its list of choices.
Doesn't matter whether you got
So
300 stacks or one
So
stack.
having 200 unstacked worms only counts once. We didn't get in the stack splitting, but it does favor medium-sized stacks of stuff over giant ones.
200
It can still
unstacked
take-
worms.
It can still pick a giant one, but just less likely. I don't think we're going to reveal the exact math, but feel free to go experiment with a friend and see what you think.
There goes all my reasons.
So that's telling me that if you have, say, 7 stacks of ore, when it does the, okay, I'm stealing some ore, because it was randomly chosen, then it chooses one of those random stacks.
Be a huge stack. Yep.
Yeah, and it can still do the huge stack. Yeah.
Great.
See, and again, I don't get it.
Shroud
Okay.
math.
I understand the shroud math, but if you're gonna just do that, why don't you just say if it's gonna pick Mandrake? There may be 300 stacks of Mandrake, all of them of equal or differing values. It's only gonna take X amount of Mandrake. Period. Once
There
it
you
once it
go.
experiences Mandrake, and the whole concept of
genius
having
you are.
yeah,
You're
whole
a
concept of
genius.
having stacks
How'd
goes
you-
out the window.
How'd you
I
think
mean,
of that?
yeah, I don't
What the
know.
fuck? How'd you think of that?
Makes sense. I don't know, Zep. It's
You should
something
work
that
for
just
them.
makes sense. But
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Nah.
yeah, I know. Three.
Shroud math.
Yeah, I know.
Whole stack. Whole or nothing. Like, what?
We're doing the RNG. It's all threes. Uncle's Finn wants to know what other reflex/twitch combat feature do you intend to implement? None. I plan on continuing to add more 2 to 3 second window situational or response skills, but as with past skills, I try to make this optional. While I like to reward people who do like that aspect, I don't want to make it so powerful that it is required to be competitive. I have hooks for checking time since you critical hit or were critically hit, since you block, parry, dodge, or were blocked, parried, dodged, and plan to get more options of that sort over time. For the most part, between now and launch, my focus will be on masteries, now called proficiencies, a small number of new skills, combos, and balance.
Proficiencies now, are they?
Yeah, masteries are now proficiencies, and as you're more proficient in an entire skill tree,
You become
it
more of
does
a
more.
master.
I like
Yeah.
the mastery.
Mastery, absolutely.
Grand mastery.
Yeah.
And we get into Shroud map.
Grandmaster proficient.
If we get into Shroud map mastery numbers, we'll get into that a little later on in the week because it's Hump Day, it's Valentine's Day, and we don't want to burden your minds with Shroud math like that on a day where you better be making sure you got that card, you picked up that box of chocolates, or you got those flowers for that special someone. Otherwise,
I didn't get flowers. I didn't get a box of chocolates. I didn't even get the candy hearts. So.
you're lucky if you get a reach around and a kiss, but that's beside the point.
Hershey Kiss.
I'm gonna get none of it, and
None of the above.
You know what I will get is another nap right after
Jack.
the show. In 17 minutes, I will probably be back in bed.
You think? I know.
Blowing your brains out in the ass napkins.
Pretty damn sure.
Nope.
Yeah.
At least you got something.
The real question is, will I be wearing pants?
Question is, are you wearing pants?
Why would you wear pants?
Nope, not gonna do it.
Not gonna do that.
Not gonna wear pants.
All
Wouldn't
right,
be
let's
prudent
do a
at this
couple more here, and then we gotta move on. What was that, Crow?
Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Would-
Is everybody sick?
Uncle Sven also wants to know, with all the last-minute changes to combat math, can we have a concise and transparent user interface that shows us our values of combat-related numbers in real time, much like resist and avoidance on our paper doll?
Want a transparent, or a transparent?
Yeah.
Transparent. Physically transparent?
Yeah. He hopes to get it in a verbose mode combat feedback before launch that should address some of those concerns, but reminder, most games don't show you all the combat numbers in math.
What?
Yeah, I don't
missed the
know
rolling
many that
dice
show you
on the
all the
screen
matter
from
of fact.
DDO.
Yeah, I think Shroud
The
shares
better
way
ones
too
do.
much math
The
to
better
begin
ones do.
with the players, but that's my opinion.
Min-maxers.
They don't have to hide it from us, though. Be an
Rob
option.
wants to know, when Chris wrote in his blog, chaotic feedback was being made slightly less painful. Could you give details on what this means and when it might be implemented? Atto says, this simply means I'm lowering the damage caused by focus use slightly. I think it was at 1 and then turned up to 2, and now it's coming back down to a middle spot between those two. I mean, you could say 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, I know. I read that one. I just sat there and shook my head and said, "No, really? Did he just really
It's a
write
middle
that?"
spot somewhere between those two numbers, 1 and 2, in the middle. We don't know where that number lies, but it's there somewhere.
Shroud
I'll
man.
take a halfway point.
Yes, but we're dealing with Shroud math, so that
Yes.
halfway point might be 1.1.
It could be
To
1.45. That's right. Or it could be
Square
1.49.
root of.
Yes. So
Or
we
the
don't
true Shroud
want to.
math. It is now 3.
Yeah. There you go.
It's that
That's
midway
right.
point between 1 and 2.
Between
which is
1
3.
and 2 is 3 with the RNG. That's right. There you go. Pete would love you for that one, I'm sure.
I'm sure he would, and he'd probably throwing things at his monitor if he's listening. It's like, damn you, Jack. And then Lord British is here laughing at us
Is he?
because we're giving Chris a hard time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Shroud math.
greetings, my lord. Welcome to the NBNN plot today. And yes, let's get another 2 more in, and then we'll move right along.
Now I gotta go find out where I'm at. The Hammer of Breaking, can you give us on what this artifact does?
Not
It breaks
gonna
shit.
do it. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, and it's like, seriously, it breaks stuff.
Talking
Or how about this one? For older players, could you consider making the top left dashboard an option to make it a little bigger? Maybe. Yes, we can make that an option.
It's an option. I like options. You know that. Love options.
Well, I love organized options. I don't care if there's 100,000 options as long as they're organized. And I'm glad that they've actually gone through and started working on organization for that stuff. So that's good. User interface. Yep. But you know what time it is, right?
I do. It's actually past that time, but yeah, I figured
Way past it.
we got some play and wiggle room there, and again, as we're going to be sitting down to chat here in a few days because we got to start making plans. 41 days, tick tock, and a lot of things coming up with that. Again, third anniversary. We're going to be in Austin on St. Patrick's Day. South by Southwest, celebrating our third anniversary. At least I'll be there. I don't know if this guy's going to be, living out of a tent or on a Ren Fair binge or what he's going to be doing. But I guess he'll be there. You're going to be there, right?
I have no idea.
He doesn't know where he's going to be tomorrow. He knows where he's going to be in about 10 minutes, and that's back in bed. But
12
yes,
minutes.
12 minutes and counting. Well, we got to remind you that you're watching or listening to Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info. Watching on twitch.tv/Synesys, twitch.tv/NBNN News, or listening on the in-game radio on WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And we appreciate it. If you want to become a supporter, you can go to NBNN.info and use the links there. You can go to either stream, use the links there, or you can become a patron and go to patreon.com and become a monthly supporter. Monthly supporters get you access to digital goods and physical goods depending on your pledge level. All that goes to help keeping us bringing you the latest news and events right here inside Shroud the Avatar. Laz is still slacking on that graphic for the Airy Fund, but the Airy Fund is still supporting the Children's Miracle Hospital Network in conjunction with the Merits app and the good folks down at Portalarium. And they're going to be out running, what is it, Friday?
Sunday.
Saturday. Huh?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Arboretum.
They're going to be out there doing their thing, running the marathon and having a good time, supporting a good cause. And don't forget, you can go to airyfund.org, follow the links to support the run and support the Children's Miracle Hospital Networks. And Airy Fund will be bringing you the latest community causes throughout the year right here in Shrouded Avatar. Coil more wands, putting the magic
Sunday,
in your hands.
Sunday. With the proper PB penis.
You want custom wands or staves? Go to Coil More Wands. Scrota's music service. It's Scrota, it's music, and it's a service. He's hanging out on the lot. He plays, he don't play, because we don't pay him. But if you pay him, he'll play.
Anything.
That's right, blame up who? The Britannia Mining Company wants you to come hang out in Black Rock Cove and do all your shopping. You can get all your crafting goods and materials, or you can set up shop and sell your own. Located in the Quell region right next to the town of Exeter, conveniently located near the Elysium and Exeter mines. Check out Black Rock Cove. RelicsByRill.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you need t-shirts, hats, patches, bumper stickers, hoodies, glassware, shot glasses, coffee mugs, and much, much more, Relics by Rill's got you covered. And, of course, if you want to save a little money when you check out at relicsbyrill.com, use the promo code NBNN. Tell them we sent you, and you'll save 10% off your purchase when you check out at relicsbyrill.com. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest in news and entertainment 5 days a week, 7 days a week, around the clock. All day, every day. We don't know. It's crazy around here. You never know what you're going to hear, who's going to be on, or what kind of entertainment we're giving you. But it's there around the clock for your entertainment. That's right. Like things like us. You never know when you're going to find us on the airwaves. WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And of course, last but not least, it wouldn't be what we are without telling you about the Shroud Marketplace. ShroudMarketplace.com.
You know what?
What?
We're not talking about Shroud Marketplace right now
Okay.
because Laz and the technical difficulties completely forgot the calendar.
No, I didn't. I didn't talk about the marketplace.
We're looking at the calendar
Okay.
because we never did the calendar.
I understand that, and I don't have time for the calendar right now because I'm at the Shroud Marketplace. You gotta understand. A, there is no script. B, the show is changing. C, go with it. Will you?
Okay, sure.
I'm giving you 5 minutes of Shroud Marketplace, and you're telling me you want to read the calendar. Now, as the owner of Shroud Marketplace, I would just shut up and take the 5 minutes, but that's just me. Again, I don't know.
Good. It's all good. So, ShroudMarketplace.com is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud, the Avatar related. Anything and everything, especially
That's
if you
right.
go to my shop. Synesis stuff, yeah, go there. And then you can buy like crafting tables, teleports, recall scrolls, pianos, battle banners, hot air balloons. The best teleports and recall scrolls ever because they're guaranteed not to fizzle.
Tell them. So.
Or you could go to Weddings and More by that guy.
That's right.
Where you get those inferior teleports and recall scrolls for 1 penny cheaper.
That's right.
But guaranteed.
You're a
two
savvy
fizzle.
shopper. You're gonna save yourself that penny, and at the end of the
Yeah,
year,
that
you'll
penny.
be able to buy
Yeah.
more with those savings.
That's right. Anything and everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian cheaper than you get on the add-on store, all the way to decorations, just like the Deco Divas with their Deco packs that are available in the decorations category. You know what? There's over 95 different players registered as vendors, and each vendor is responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. So you end up with an actual marketplace.
That's
All
right.
kinds of stuff.
Competitive prices,
Including, services. I mean,
penny
yeah, I love that
difference.
stuff.
Penny difference. That's competitive. Yeah. I'm waiting for
That's
that
right.
actually in game, and you know it's coming, don't you?
Hey, you know what? I would suggest that people pay attention to the reviews on my shop. And compare that to the ones from that Weddings and More place. I mean, you got to pay attention to the reviews.
Got a 5-star rating at Weddings and More. Don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about in
so,
both
yeah.
categories.
That's right. All kinds of stuff.
That's right.
Pay
Right
attention-
there,
pay
folks.
attention
You
to
can
those
see it
ratings.
live
Yeah.
on screen. 5 stars and 5 stars in both categories.
That's right.
I'm not going to show
Uh,
you his shop because it's his shop. He can show you. He's got 5-star
mine
ratings
has
too. I know.
more ratings and more reviews at my shop than his shop. Anything and everything available, including services, just like some power hours by a couple people. If you're looking for adventure boosts, if you're looking for someone to run around with a GM mining tree and get your mining all the way up there, you can do that.
Just
if you
call
need
it
some
what
help
it
doing
is.
those
It's an
pet
escort
quests.
service.
That's right. It's an escort service.
It's an escort service.
If you need some help with some cheese sign writing, you can find that as well.
Love me some cheesy writing. I tell
I know.
you. what.
Wolfdom Shop. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And Wolfdom will
Yeah.
get somebody out post haste and get you that cheesy
that's right.
writing.
He will send his minion out there to do the cheese sign writing. And it's just even
Gotta
better.
love a guy who knows how to delegate authority.
Yeah, but if you actually get Scrota's music service thing, you actually get Scrota.
Well,
now.
unless you hire the band.
Band or just me,
Yeah.
or just a loot to deco with, anything you want.
Anything
It's like,
you
what
want.
can
You
I
heard
get?
it right there yourself.
What do I get for that $5 Scrota?
Anything you want.
That's
Door
right.
access.
And it's a great service. I've used it before.
Hey, you know what I love is the fact that someone is selling pets out Omen Crow Shop.
Omen crochet. That's right.
That's right.
Oh, what?
Woman's kit and caboodle.
That's right. You want pets? You want services?
Pets. I mean, seriously, it's like
You want telethon
amazing.
rewards? You want it? It's out there.
I
ShroudMarketplace.com.
know. And if
And
you
yes.
have something and you want to sell it, you can always register for an account, and then on the left-hand side, click on vendor registration, and you can start selling your stuff. It's even cooler.
It is.
Hey, what about that wedding service?
Wedding
I heard
service.
some weird things about it.
That's right. Weddings and more. Yeah. So you go out to set up a wedding and you get sold a lot to go. Well, if you're going to get married, you need a lot. And if you need a lot, then you got to have a house and you got to have a place to put it. And if you go to Weddings and More by Laz, Laz will get you set up with everything you need, from the wedding garb to a location to, if you want to settle down and buy a house and some land, we'll set you up with that as well. You name it, we've got it. Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. And of course, yes, I know we skipped a whole segment today because ain't much out there in the news. The two things that are going to be hot tonight, I'm going to tell you
Free
about.
Britannia.
Huh?
Deco Diva.
Yeah, well, the Deco Diva is having a Valentine's Day party tonight. And you can go join her live while she's on the air tonight doing that Valentine's Day party. And I believe that they're going to probably have happy hour happening at the same time. Those are the two big events going on. And you can tune in to WRFB to Unmedicated Schizophrenia Part with Eclipse, you maiden.
Pardon?
Hoon. Yes. Hoon. Right? Oh,
Yep.
right. Yes. And check that out. Big party tonight. I'm going to see if I can get Lum to get me that hot tub before the party so she can borrow that. I don't know how successful that's going to be, but we'll find out. But meanwhile, we got to get out of here for today. We'll be back with more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, the latest hijinks and shenanigans right here on the lot tomorrow. Jack?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention. Thanks for hanging out with us. We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. So thank you for watching on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia.
We love you guys. That's right. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I hope y'all don't get to listen to me sniffle.